CQDX on 10. Here is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, 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 calling CQDX on 10.
Victor Echo 2 Lima Mike Sierra.
Okay, I got Victor Echo 2 and I heard Mike Sierra. I think I'm missing a letter. Apologies for that. My name is Mark. That's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. And I'm in the southeast of England, about 20 kilometres southeast of the city of London, or 15 miles southeast of London. And I'll give you your report and I'll give you some technical details on the next over. So the Victor Echo 2, question mark Mike Sierra. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox.
Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox, Victor Echo 2 Lima Mike Sierra, returning 73 Mark. My name is Martin, Mike Alpha Romeo Tango Indiana November. My GPS is about 100 kilometers northwest of Montreal City, and presently we are under snowstorm. We should receive between 20 and 30 centimeters of snow, so it's coming for us. And your signal report is 5555. Back to you, Mark. Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. Mike Sierra, over.
Yeah, Victor Echo 2, Lima Mike Sierra. Got you now, Martin. Thanks for the report. You're peaking 5 and 5 to me, and with the QSB you are dropping down towards my low noise floor. I have a Santiago 2 noise floor today on 10 metres, and once you drop into that, your readability becomes between a 4 and 5. So by far, you're in my logbook as a 5 and 5. Well, today, Martin, we don't have the snow, but it's a bit damp today. It's about 7 degrees Celsius maximum. 7 Celsius, what's that? It's about 44, 45 Fahrenheit, thereabouts. And as I say, just grey skies, a little bit of light rain on and off, but nothing else to report on the weather. Working conditions here, we're just using some standard equipment today. IC-7300 by Icon, 100 watts from the back of the radio, and the antenna is a 5/8 wave vertical, so a very simple antenna there, Martin. Back to you, Victor Echo 2 Lima Mike Sierra in the Montreal region. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot in the London region.
Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, Victor Echo 2 Lima Mike Sierra, returning, Mark. I use the same radio of you, I'm using the same power of you, and the only difference we have, I'm using a beam, 3 element 3 band, and the installation of the beam is about 60 meters above the ground, so this is the only difference we have. Back to you, over.
Yeah, no problem. Well, they are very good radios. I've had this one a few years now, and I still don't know all of the features, but I've got it pretty much set the way I want it. And sometimes I'll dive into the noise reduction and the noise blanker, and sometimes the preamp, that sort of thing, as and when needed. But your signal's good enough today that I don't actually need the hidden features and the extra buttons. But the 3 element 3 bander seems to be doing a good job. I've been saying for the last week, I'm about to build a 2 element Moxon antenna, so I can actually have some directional capabilities. My 2 meter beam came down last weekend. I just wasn't using it, so looking forward to a very simple beam type antenna in the near future, Martin, and obviously I could then pull your signal up a lot better than I'm doing today. Back to you.
Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. The band is doing a lot of things because you reach 5 today, and at the end of the circuit I lost you a bit because you reach 5 so Mike 051, so be on your last transmission, Mark. So, sorry for that. I hope I will need to make end of the QSA because too much QSA for me on CCAM around my house. So, sorry for that. So, I hope you will do really well. You stay healthy, and I wish you a very nice Christmas. And I hope I will see you on the frequency. So, sorry for that. And Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, because Q2 Lima Mike Sierra will be here after your son, Mike. So, bye-bye.
Merci beaucoup, Martin, and merci beaucoup pour le QSO. And I wish you also, you and your family, a Bon Noël. I think that is correct. Bon Noël. Happy Christmas. And it was great speaking to you today. And I look forward to many more contacts in the future. But yeah, your signal was consistently around 5 and 2 to 4 and 1. So due to my QR Mexico. Have a great day, Martin. Thank you again for the contact. I look forward to the next one. And until then, good luck and au revoir, mon ami.
Thank you very much, it's a good word to Merry Christmas. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.
73, good luck, old friend. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot on 10. Nothing is heard. CQ, CQDX, CQDX, CQDX on 10 meters. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, calling CQDX on 10. Okay, I heard the radio mic at the end. You were very weak and in my QRM, but we will try to get you in the logbook today. But thank you for calling. My name is Mark. That's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. I'm in the southeast of England, about 15 miles or 20 kilometres southeast of the city of London. But I'll give you a report on the next over and see if I can get your full call sign. As I say, your signal was quite low at this time. The station ending, Radio Mike. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot. Okay, we have a negative copy, sir. Thank you for trying. I hope the QSB brings you back up and we can have a QSO. But nothing was heard on the last over. But thank you for trying. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England. Okay, Charlie X-Ray 7, Radio Mike, just 5 and 2. 5 and 2 today. Thank you for calling me. As I say, my name is Mark. I'm in the southeast of England near the city of London. And today just using a 5/8 wave vertical antenna. Back to you, Charlie X-Ray 7, Radio Mike. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot.
Uruguay. Thank you for 5/3. Your signal 15.2 QSL over.
Yeah, Pablo or Paul, thank you for calling me from Uruguay today. Very difficult at my end. Some QR Mexico. We have QR Mexico from everybody's Christmas LED lights today, but we've got you as 5 and 2 to 5 and 3, and thank you for the 5 and 3. Paul, I'm using a 5/8 wave vertical antenna, 100 watts, and my radio is a 5/8 wave vertical. Did I say that? Yeah, I think I did. Apologies for repetition. I'm using an IC-7300. Okay, back to you, sir. CX7RM. This is M0 JCF. Yeah, CX7RM M0 JCF. Well, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Pablo, for this contact today. You did peak 5 and 5, so your 1 kilowatt and your Yagi is working well today in my direction. Just a lot of QSB, a lot of QRM. Take care, good luck, and a happy Christmas to you down there in Uruguay. And until the next time, I'll say a happy new year as well, and hopefully speak to you in 2025. Good luck and bye-bye, old friend. Merry Christmas, 73, goodbye. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England. Okay, nothing is heard. CQ, CQDX, CQDX. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, calling CQDX on 10. CQDX on 10. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, calling CQDX on 10. CQDX, 10 meters. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, 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 calling CQDX on 10. CQDX. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, 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 calling CQDX. Okay, I heard a number 4 and an ending whiskey, little bit weak to me today. There is much QSB, and I also have local QR Mexico, Santiago 2. But I will try to get you in the logbook today. My name is Mark, that's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. and I'm in the southeast of England, about 15 miles southeast of the city of London. So go again, a number 4 with whiskey at the end. This is Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot.
Yeah, Roger. Thanks for picking me up. It's Kilo Quebec 4, Germany Echo Whiskey. Kilo Quebec 4, Germany Echo Whiskey. Over.
Yeah, Kilo Quebec 4, Germany Echo Whiskey. Nice and loud that time. Peaking 5 and 6, but you were way above my Santiago 2 noise floor, which is a bonus. I'm just using a 5/8 wave vertical antenna. I'm using 100 watts from the radio, and the radio's ubiquitous IC-7300 by ICOM. So yeah, we got you in the logbook. I'm going to log you as a 5 and 6 for now. If it comes up, great. If it goes down, I won't mention it. But all joking aside, back to you. Kilo Queen 4, Golf Echo Whiskey. This is Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, you're 5657, also 80 miles south of Miami in the Florida Keys. Running out 101D. A Mercury Lux amp at about 1200 watts. And TA33M, Mosley Beam, F50. Over.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic, John. And I think you may be one of my first ever contacts in the Florida Keys, which is a plus. That's good for me to log you right down on the very, very southern tip of Florida. I was actually in Florida last year, and one of the things we were going to do is my wife and we were going to drive down across all of the Keys to Key West just to say that we'd been there. But we noticed last year, and we come to the US quite often, last year the prices were quite astronomical for absolutely everything. And then when we saw the prices that people were complaining about in Key West, we decided not to make the trip. So it was almost there, John. Almost there, but not quite. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger. There's somebody talking right on top of us now, but I don't know how long I'll be able to hear you. But I would definitely make the time to make the trip. It's when the weather's bright, it's spectacular. A spectacular drive. Less traffic. The scenery is well worth it. Over.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I know it's obviously you've got that newer highway in and out, so I can imagine that the traffic can get quite heavy. But yeah, we will make the trip sometime. I mean, we've pretty much done both east and west coast of Florida, and all the way down the centre as well. You know, we've done most of the points that you can think of. I think we actually had our wedding anniversary. No, it was our honeymoon. Sorry, it was our honeymoon in Naples, Florida. That was in 1995. But as I say, I've been to the USA about 15 times, and I would say that a lot of those, and if not the majority of those, have been to the state of Florida. So you can see we almost have it as a second home. But yeah, I'm just wondering if you have a lot of QR Mexico from the Gulf of Mexico, from all of the islands that you've got down there. I've worked quite a few of them on 10 meters, but I wonder if that causes you any problems, because they are DX traps. You know, everybody wants to work those islands in the Caribbean, etc. And I'm wondering if that makes it difficult for you. Just a point of interest from me. Back to you, John.
No, it's not that hard, but some of them are kind of close for the DX, actually, you know. Like, obviously I can't get Cuba, but the rest of the islands I can get most times. Some of them are a little close to us, but that's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. We're on the water, so, you know, the Atlantic Ocean maybe a quarter of a mile to the south, and the Gulf of Mexico is maybe an eighth of a mile to the north or so. So I think we're in a pretty good location, but yeah, they're all pretty easy unless they're too close. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I've been just looking at the map as to which island you're on, like where the island was in relation to Key West and Key Largo. and I see, yeah, you're closer to Key Largo, aren't you? You're closer to Florida than, say, Key West. Yeah, well, we'll get there one day, and I would imagine that propagation-wise, yeah, now I think of it, probably sporadic E would be your 10 and 12 metre mode into the Caribbean, and possibly I would have said then 40 metres. 40 metres is probably a good band to work those. It was just interested me. As I say, I think you're my first contact out of the Keys. But well, there you go. If you want to know the weather here, I'm sure it's fantastic where you are. We got a miserable day here, John. It's cold. It's about 7 degrees Celsius, about 40, 44, something like that, Fahrenheit. It's grey and overcast, and there's not heavy rain or anything. It's that very light misty rain that comes and goes, and it's not too bad when you're standing out there, but you start to move, you start to walk forwards, and suddenly you're wet. It's not that nice out there. So what's the Whiskey X-ray down there in the Keys today? Back to you.
Yeah, Roger. That's your big English weather right there. I lived there for a while and in Holland, so fairly familiar. It's cold here today. I'm just going to tell you the temperature. Stand by. It's going to be, it's quite cold today for us. 5 degrees. It's only going to get to 70, which is actually cold weather for us.
You know what, John, I've seen so many memes with Florida where it's at 60 degrees and everyone's in winter clothing that you'd expect in the Arctic. I think that's quite a popular joke there. We was actually in Florida at Christmas of 2006 it was. We was there over the Christmas holiday and Christmas Day, and as I recall, it absolutely poured down with rain on Christmas Day. But we didn't have any cold days. It was really quite pleasant. I mean, there was a bit of rain, and but nothing cold. In the evenings, maybe, we didn't feel it so much, but yeah, a lot of Floridians, a lot of locals were walking around wrapped up as if they were up in Wisconsin or somewhere like that. Just a point of interest as well, John, your signal has hit 5 and 9 a few times, so there's a QSB swing of at least 6 or 7 S points, but when it's up, you're sounding good, sounding really good. And just tell me again, I think you said you had a Mosley antenna. I'm assuming a beam antenna, but I didn't catch how many elements that you're using there, John. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger. The antenna in the picture is actually from upstate New York. That's a GUE antenna at 85. That's a 7-element, 7-band antenna. And the Mosley, we're on a small lot down there. We're on the water, but it's 100 by 100, so it's a TA-33M and 3 elements. I'm not totally familiar with it, actually. I should be more familiar, but 3 elements, and it's 3-band, 10, 20, and 50. It works quite well, but I think it has a lot. I'm in New Hampshire, I'm not sure, but I think it has a lot to do with the location also. But I think Mosley makes a good antenna. When I look at the gain, the gain's pretty good compared to other antennas that I've been looking at. Over.
Yeah, I totally understand. Well, my antenna is a 5/8 wave Citizens Band CB antenna originally. It's been up there quite a few years now. It was made by High Gain. I think High Gain, Sirio, all of those popular companies, they all make them. Just a basic silver rod, just aluminium slotted together, and it's worked really, really well. But I made the decision just a few weeks ago that I wanted some directional capability. Well, my wife, my station manager, she's not happy about the amount of aluminium and copper that I've got on the back of the house, so I had a 9-element 2-meter beam that really wasn't getting a lot of use anymore. I haven't been doing a lot of 2-meter band DXing, so earlier this week, the 2-meter band antenna came down, which made her very, very happy, as you can imagine. The pole and the rotator is still there, and I've decided to make myself a Moxon antenna, so I'll be making it from 12 or 14 gauge wire and some plastic pipe, some 1-inch plastic pipe, and I'll make a wire Moxon. So I'll have like a 2-meter beam. It will give me a little bit of directional capability, and it'll have obviously a better front to back ratio than the vertical, and I can sort of beam it sort of west and have more reliable communications, because that's the only thing I'm lacking at the moment, is reliable communications across the Atlantic or across into Asia and the Pacific, because obviously my power's going everywhere but exactly where I want it. So I'm hoping that the 2-element Moxon will actually improve upon what I'm doing now. It may not improve at all, you know. It may make absolutely no difference. It may even be worse. We'll have to see. But it's a project that I was meant to have started this week, but I've been really, really lazy. John, back to you.
Yeah, Roger, yeah. Those boxes are pretty nice. That house over there, they sound really good. I better flag at the dogs that are trying to eat the UPS man that works calling me, my wife's calling me, but a real pleasure. Hopefully we can catch up again. And, yeah, let me know. Shoot me an email when you get the Moxon up. We'll try to do a shoot tour.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. You know, I like it when I get those offers, because that's given me permission to be a complete pain in the backside. Only joking, John. Yeah, you never know. I may well punt you a message on your email address. I know it's a Gmail address, so I may well do that when the conditions are right and I've got the antenna made. You go and see the UPS man and stop your wife shouting at you. Have a great time. Have a happy Christmas, John, and enjoy the holiday season that you have down there, and I look forward to maybe one day passing through your island on my way to Key West. Take care, 73. Good luck, old friend. Okay, QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England on 10. Nothing is heard. CQDX, CQDX, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, calling CQ10, CQ on 10. CQDX on 10. Here is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, 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 calling CQDX on 10. CQDX, 10 meters. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, 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 calling CQDX on 10. Okay, I heard something with Kilo Golf in it, and you did sound off frequency. You sounded maybe you are a little bit high. I'm on 28.383, and you did sound very slightly high to me. The name this side is Mark. I'm in southeast of England. I'm in about 15 miles or 20 kilometres southeast of the city of London. So station calling, if you could please try again, and possibly you're off frequency. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England. Okay, station calling me, the best I heard was you were giving me a 5 and 3. It was very, very difficult. I've got about a Santiago 1 to 2 QR Mexico at this time, and you're right in my noise. The best report I could give you would be a 3 and 1. You'd be a 3 and 1. Very difficult to hear your call sign. I'd like to get you in the logbook, but very, very difficult to hear the call sign. So if you could give it to me again, please. Hopefully the QSB will bring your signal up appreciably. But yeah, very, very difficult to hear you and to get that call sign. Back to you, sir.
Okay, the call sign is Kilo 2 Kilo Delta. And I just turned my amplifier on, so I hope I picked this up a bit. Name's George.
Yeah, George, I think I've got Kilo Golf 2, Kilo Golf. You can actually correct me on that, George. You came up with the amplifier on. You came up to about a 5 and 3, 5 and 4. There's something about your modulation that just sounds a little bit off. It's a little bit low. It really is lacking any top end. And I'm just wondering what sort of transceiver you're using. It's not impossible to hear you. It's just that it made you sound, when you were calling in on lower power, made you sound a little off frequency. So if you can correct me on the call sign if I got that wrong, George. But yeah, you came up to say about a 5 and 4 maximum. Back to you.
Very good, Mark. The call is actually Kilo Golf 2 Kilo Delta. Kilo Delta at the second. And the name is George, Mark. You two were about a 5 by 3, and I think someone is stopping on it. Those could be it. Back to you.
Yeah, no problem, George. I've got the correction there. Kilo Golf 2, Kilo Delta. And I'll just put that into QRZ and that'll give me some information. Yeah, I can't hear the other people. I've been on this frequency for the last 30 minutes now, and not once have I heard anyone else. And I did call for about 2 minutes asking if the frequency was in use. I got no replies, but that would be probably if we got Europeans that I can't hear and they're going over the top and they're dropping in your lap, so to speak. Well, okay, George, as I say, peaking 5 and 4, sometimes 5 and 5. I'm using an IC-7300 today, George, 100 watts from the back of the radio, and the antenna is very simple, just a 5/8 wave vertical antenna. So, if you just give me some details, we'll go from there. And if we're not being trodden on, then I can give you Whiskey X-ray and anything else you'd like to know, George. Kilo Golf 2, Kilo Delta, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot.
Very good, Mark. Your signal went up to about a 5 by 5 on that last transmission. So I'm getting you better. And the gear here is an ICOM 746 Pro with their amplifier. So sound one, and I have a 3-element, actually 4 elements on 10, 3-band Yagi on my roof up about 50 feet. I'm on QRZ.com, so you can see a picture of it if you want to, Mark. I don't have my QTH. It's about 15 miles due west of New York City. I don't have yours. Back to you.
Yeah, okay, George, in New Jersey. Yeah, I've got you now. And yeah, do you know what? As you were saying that, I went into QRZ, and yeah, I can see that monster antenna. Yeah, it puts mine into perspective. You know, I seem to be working hard and giving myself a hard time with just a 5/8 wave vertical. You know, sometimes George, it works really, really well. And you know, I get some good compliments. Today's not the day for my 5/8 wave vertical. Everyone seems low. Having said that, I've just had a I don't know, about a 15-minute QSO with John down in the Florida Keys, and you know, he was peaking 5 and 9 and consistently around the 5 and 6, 5 and 7. So there is a lot of deep QSB today, but of course we're now at the season, George, for everyone's lights. You know, it's the thing now, we've all got our lights on the outsides of the houses. We're just coming up to local sunset. and consequently everyone's lights are automatically switching on, all being LEDs, and you know, it causes a little bit of QR Mexico. But you know, I don't, well, I do complain, but it doesn't do anything. But I don't complain, if you know what I mean. I'm just as bad. We've got lights on the outside of our house. We've got the Christmas tree lights. We've got all sorts of LEDs around the house now. So we just put up with it for the next month, you know. But yeah, it's great to see that antenna. Great to see that shirt that you're wearing as well, George. It's very, very bright. Unlike the weather here, we've got a miserable day here. It's about 6 degrees Celsius, about 45, 44 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's just a damp, grey day. It hasn't been pouring with rain, but there is rain in the air. Every now and again, you can feel it when you go outside. That's the story there, George. Back to you. Kilo Golf 2, Kilo Delta, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot.
Very good, Mike. Mike, thanks for saying that. This one is stomping on us. So, I don't know whether you're hearing me or not. I heard all about Christmas tree lights. We're cloudy and a little bit warmer than you are, I think, here in New Jersey. And we haven't had a snow yet, so we'll see what happens. I still don't have your location.
Yeah, my location, George, is southeast of England. I'm about 15 miles southeast of the city of London. I'm in the county of Kent in the southeast of England. You know, it's called the Garden of England. And it just, yeah, so for, you know, all intents and purposes, you could say that I'm in London. I mean, London is so massive now that, you know, I don't have to go very far to actually be in London properly. But if we go in the other direction, I'm into green rolling fields of the southeast of England. Back to you.
Very good, Mark. Got it. Southeast England. And again, you see stopped on, so I think we're going to have to, I'm going to have to wait for 7-3. I got most of what you said, because your signal tail back down is really smooth, actually. So, make your point. And I'll look forward to catching you later on down the long end when the signal strengths are a little higher. So thanks a lot for the contact. M0, KCF, KC2, off and clear. 7-3, Mark.
George, an absolute pleasure. Can I wish you and the family a very Merry Christmas and good luck for 2025. Find me again. I can now hear the QRM coming from another station, so I may well now close down the station rather than argue with someone about QRM. Take care. Good luck, George, and thank you again for this good QSO. Until the next time, bye-bye for now, old friend. Happy Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to you, Bart. 73.
73, good luck. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England. Nothing is heard. CQDX, CQDX on 10. Here is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, calling DX on 10. Okay, nothing is heard. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot is now QRT. This frequency is clear for use. The frequency is clear for use. Thank you and apologies to anyone who called in and I didn't log you today. Another day. Good luck. Merry Christmas. Frequency now clear for use.